Hi, my name's Kim Kaupe. I've been on the AFF board now for 8 years. It has been an amazing experience. The people that I've met, the organizations that I've come across, and the work that's being done has been life-changing, not only for the movement, but also for my personal life and the things that I'm interested in and the things that I've gotten involved with since then. It's been an incredible experience. I feel so honored, and as I reflect now, as I rotate off, it's bittersweet. I feel really good about the direction that everything's going in, but at the same time, sad that I'm not going to be a part of the next wave. I think what made me want to join the board initially was really just getting an experience in this work that I found really interesting. At the time, we were really focusing on foster care to independence and community reconciliation, both subject areas that I was interested in, but in my home state of Florida and in my high school and college experience, I didn't feel like I got a lot of learning with or experience to touch on. And so when I moved up to New York City and learned about the opportunity on the AFF board, I felt really drawn to it as an extended learning area, as a place that I could grow, and something that I could use for professional development as well. I feel like I've taken away so much from my experience, and also selfishly, I feel like I've taken away so many amazing human beings from this experience, not only from the family members that I've been able to connect with, but the staff, the grantees that I've met throughout the years. It's jump-started me into other organizations that I've gotten really curious about. It's influenced the movies I've watched, the podcasts I download, the books I read. It really has fully, I feel like, penetrated my entire life, really, which sounds kind of like an exaggeration, but I really don't think it is. And I don't think I would download the type of podcast that I download or read the type of books I read if it wasn't for joining the AFF board and being a part of this amazing group of individuals who are just doing groundbreaking work. For me, after 8 years on the board, I think the most meaningful moment was bringing on non-family board members. It was something that I was really passionate about, really excited about. It took a lot of work. It was not an easy road, but I feel so good that we got there and so honored that I was part of the process and could be there every step of the way, the long way, but the way. And I think as I reflect on 8 years, that is by far my most meaningful moment on the board. I had a chance in January to go down to the National Center of Family Philanthropy's conference in Miami with Kelly Nolan, and I can say firsthand how unique Andrus Family Fund is after seeing the rest of the family organizations that had gathered. The professional development level that we are at, the work that we are pushing forward, the type of work that makes people uncomfortable sometimes and that pushes the envelope. I think that we are light years ahead of where most families are, even when it comes to next gen and next gen and next gen with with our AYSP and BETS program. It's phenomenal, and I hope everybody knows that not only are we setting the standards and of course making mistakes and learning lessons along the way, but really holds and grounds ourselves in the work that we've done. I think sometimes, I know I'm guilty of it, you're always focused on the vision, and there's always one more thing to do, and there's always one more mountain to climb. There's always the next step that you kind of forget to look back at the mountains you climbed and the progress you made and say, wow, we've really come a long way. And when I look back on some of these other family foundations and really get a chance to reflect on how far we've come, it's incredible. And it's unlike any other family foundation I've ever seen personally. Wow, I feel like we've done a lot of deep diving into this area of how, and a lot of thoughtful insight on how to be better partners to our grantees. And I think we've had a lot of great breakthroughs with that, and really sitting alongside them, sitting next to them at the table instead of across from them, and making it more of a collaborative experience of, how can we help you along the way, as opposed to us telling you how to do the work in the organizations or the towns, the communities that you live in, but how to better support them. I mean, the easy answer, more money. That's probably everybody's answer. But I think just, not in addition to more money, I think also just more sets of hands, more staff. I think our staff is small but mighty and does an incredible job with the hours and times that they have. But, always more money, always more people. I think there are always ways that we can think to help with our grantee partners better. But I like to pat ourselves on the back a little bit and our staff on the back a little bit and say, we're doing a pretty darn good job for what we got. I think the legacy of Johnny Andrus in today's society is meaningful in terms of making philanthropy not something that you think about later in life, but something that is a part of your life from day one. And I think our work with AYSP and BETS and AFF and eventually CERDNA, it's really showing that philanthropy can happen in all portions and seasons and years and times of your life, that it's not just, once I've retired and I'm over 65 and I have time to give back. You can give back if you're 12 years old, you can give back if you're 72 years old, you can give back with time, sitting with grantee partners and learning and listening and getting out there and voting, wisely, just as much as you can with money. And so I think just learning that there are multiple ways to give back, financially and not financially, multiple times and seasons to give back. I think that to me, when I think of Johnny Andrus and the legacy, that's the nugget that I like to carry forward. I'm excited. I'm excited about the future of the foundation. I'm excited about the work. I'm excited about the direction and the people that we have working so diligently and so hard to move these massive goals forward. I'm really excited as we come up on 20 years to continue to set the standard, to continue to reflect and revise, and continue to push as hard as we can to see the dreams that we have in our minds realized in reality. I plan on staying involved with the AFF as long as they don't kick me out of the building. I think being here in New York and conveniently having an office that's about 700 feet away from the AFF offices, I'll be like a tick on a dog that's really hard to get off. I'm really excited to stay involved and be a part of whatever I'm allowed to be a part of, whether it's dinners or grantee visits or learning roundtables or screenings of amazing films that we've really championed, or artwork that we're looking at. Yeah. Justice to me looks like equality. It looks like everybody gets a chance at the things that they want to do and the dreams that they want to achieve. And I think we're moving there slowly but surely. And I think when I look on a global scale, we've certainly made strides. When I look on a micro scale, it's like, oh my God, we're molasses, we've done nothing. But I think both perspectives are really important, and it's a practice that I've been really keen on lately, is not beating ourselves up so much. There's always stuff to beat yourself up about. But I think AFF and CERDNA and the entire Andrus family is doing their part and is really looking to make a positive change, and we're getting there step by step, a little bit every day.